Last time on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
This is definitely the hot seat now. I'm gonna say A, diamond.
Got it for 250,000.
Yes! I will gracefully bow out. Take the $250,000. Kids are gonna love this. All for the kids. Go to college, baby, right here.
Baker's dozen. Have you heard that expression?
I have, but
13, final answer. Let's move it.
And still, he wants to play the last fastest finger question.
I want to earn it.
For the love of God, get it right, will you? He's right for 125,000.
What is the capital of the Republic of Georgia? Let's call this radio guy.
Yeah, see if Regis will accept Atlanta.
Never doing your show again.
Ray, you would have been right for 250,000. Now, join us from New York for night 93 of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Hi, everybody. Thank you. Thank you very much. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Sunday night at Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. You know, we had a great time with our celebrities this past week. It was just terrific having them here. But as far as we're concerned, all of our contestants are stars in their own right, just like Leslie Silva, whom we met last Sunday. Got up to $1,000, 2 lifelines left. Had to ask the audience which month the Super Bowl was in, but that's okay. Welcome back, Leslie. Nice to see you.
Thank you.
How'd you sleep last night?
For a couple of hours.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anticipating today?
Anticipating today.
Tonight?
Very excited. Absolutely.
Very good. Well, you're here again, and your sister is with you, your older sister, Stacy. How you doing, Stace?
Great,
Okay?
Regis. How are you today?
Do you, have you given her advice on how to handle herself in this?
No, I don't think she needs any advice. She's on top of her game.
She's very confident, yeah, and has quite a dossier. A former gymnast, studied for 5 years.
Yes.
Likes to wrestle.
Likes to... I can tell you talk to my sister more.
Well, I mean, somebody told us that you like to wrestle. In fact, you were afraid to wrestle boys because you were afraid you might hurt them.
Oh, that was a long time ago, but yes.
All right, Leslie, you won $1,000. You're 10 questions away from winning the $1 million, and here's how we play. The more questions you get right, the more money you win. Once you reach the $32,000 level, you're guaranteed to leave here with at least that much money. So, as I said, you've got 2 lifelines left, 50-50, and you can phone a friend. Play along with Leslie. Log on to abc.com. Click on the Enhanced TV logo and play against everybody at home using ABC's Enhanced TV. I think you'll enjoy that. Leslie, are you ready to go here?
I am.
She's ready. Audience, are you ready? Yes, they're ready. Let's do it. Let's play Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Here we go. We're going for $2,000 here, Leslie. The words no and no are examples of what? Preposition, antonym, synonym, homophone.
That would be D, homophone.
Confident?
Confident.
Final answer?
Yes.
Just won $2,000. $4,000. Here it is. What classic sci-fi film introduced the slogan, "In space, no one can hear you scream"? Forbidden Planet? Alien? 2001, A Space Odyssey? Species? Have you seen all of these movies?
In fact, I've seen none of these movies.
Leslie, it could take forever. You know, it was more of a slogan for the movie, not actually a line from the movie, if that helps. So it's possible to come up with that without having seen the movie.
Actually, I think I may have seen Forbidden Planet. Very old. Classic. Alien. I think I'm going to go with a gut feeling.
Really?
Maybe.
Well, what is your gut feeling? Talk to us. Tell us all about it, Leslie.
Okay. Forbidden Planet, I believe, came out very early, maybe in the 60s, maybe 50s, I think 60s. Alien, I know, was with Sigourney Weaver, very popular film. A lot of people would have seen that, so that might be the answer. 2001: Space Odyssey and Species. Oh boy. Oh. Be Alien.
You gotta, without taking any lifelines, go for it. Gutsy woman. Be Alien. Final answer.
Final answer.
And a smart woman, too. She got it for $4,000. Whoa. And saved yourself a couple of lifelines. See, I would have gone right for the lifelines. That's terrific. How'd you wind up with Alien?
It was the most publicized, and I don't know, I probably have heard it and remembered it I don't know.
Women's intuition, too, I'm sure.
Women's intuition.
All right, you're 8 away from $1 million. We're going for the $8,000 question, and here it comes. In what country did the Klondike Gold Rush take place in the late 1890s? United States, Finland, Canada, South Africa. So what are you thinking now, Leslie?
Thinking of options.
There are 4 of them here.
Yes, there are. And there are 2 lifelines.
Oh, I see, yeah.
I'd like to use a 50-50.
Computer, take away 2 of the wrong answers for Leslie, leaving her 1 wrong answer and the correct one.
A is still here. I'm gonna go with A.
Final answer.
Final answer.
Well, I'm sorry, Leslie, it's Canada. Canada. I'm very surprised, and you must be too.
I am.
Well, you leave with $1,000, and it's been a
wonderful.
lot of fun having you here. I could have sworn that was in the United States, you know? Good luck to you. Yeah, I got fooled. The Klondike Gold Rush in the Yukon Territory in northwest Canada 110 years ago. I wonder why she didn't know that. Anyway, I don't know who was more surprised, me or Leslie. I thought it was California, and I guess a little bit later than that. Sorry to see her go. But right now, we've got 10 new contestants raring to go. Who are they tonight? Let's find out. They are Bruce Rogers, Warminster, Pennsylvania; Dennis Kairis, Evergreen Park, Illinois; Lee Rasmussen, Charlottesville, Virginia; Colette Thompson, Fort Collins, Colorado; Sam Matthews, Little Rock, Arkansas; Ken Mallette, Gulfport, Mississippi; Doug Frank, Rosby, Texas; Rafi Kalustian, Rochester Hills, Minnesota; Ray Pasticcia, Ameredex, New York; and Patrick Duscheida, Atlanta, Georgia. All right, everybody, here's how it works. In a moment, a question and 4 answers will appear on your screens. The one who puts those answers in the correct order in the fastest time will be our next player. Audience, we need complete silence here for this one. Here's the question. Put these country music Hall of Famers in the order of their birth, starting with the earliest. Gene Autry, Dolly Parton, Minnie Pearl, Willie Nelson. Okay, everybody, time's up. Let's see the answer in the correct order. Starting with the earliest one, Gene Autry, of course, Minnie Pearl, Willie Nelson, and finally Dolly. Let's see who got it right, and in the fastest time, the winner Dennis Kairis. Hello, Dennis. You want to win $1 million? All right, he wants to win $1 million. We'll be right back. Dennis Kairis from Evergreen Park, Illinois. That's near Chicago. Nice to have you here.
Thank you very much.
You're a manager in a finance company?
Yes, sir.
As a matter of fact, you're one of the few guys I know who married his boss.
At one point, she was.
Yeah, at one point she was your boss, right?
Yes, sir.
Car rental company.
Right.
And you married her. As a matter of fact, you're a big baseball fan yourself. He married her on the pitcher's mound of a baseball field.
Right, my Little League field where I grew up.
Yeah. You're really into baseball, huh?
Yes, sir.
Now, are you a White Sox or a Cubs fan?
White Sox all the way.
White Sox, good for you. Your dad is with you because your wife is home with the baby.
Correct.
Yeah, 6 months old, and you got a 3-year-old as well.
Right, sir.
That's terrific. And your dad is Robert. Nice to have you here, Robert.
Good to be here.
Yeah, you proud of your son?
I'm very proud.
Yeah, he's a smart guy. He saves a lot of newspapers that have special events on them in the headlines. And, you know, I never thought of doing that, but I bet when you go through and read all those, reread them, it brings back a lot of memories and history.
Right, well, basically what I do is just, if something important happened, usually in the sports world, I have my daughter Sarah hold it up. I take a picture. So in time, when she's older, she'll look back at that and know what she was like when that event happened.
Good idea. Very cute. All right, Dennis, here we go. You know about the rules. You know the lifelines, 50-50. Ask the audience. You can phone a friend. So if you're ready, Dennis, shall we do it? Let's play Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? $100. According to an old proverb, Dennis, all that glitters is not what? Gold, for real, for sale, machine washable.
I have to say the answer is A, gold.
Yes, it's gold. $200. What insect shares its name with a type of spelling competition? Ant, fly, bee, boll weevil.
The answer is C, B.
Yes, spelling bee. You're right. $200. For $300. By definition, which of the following refers to a child absent from school without permission? Tenacious, truant, tardy, happy.
The answer would be B, truant.
Truant, the right answer for $300. Very good. $500. Here it is. From what fruit is cider typically made? Banana, orange, apple, peach.
C, apple.
Apple cider, you're right. You got it for $500. Here it is now for $1,000. Which former presidential hopeful served as president of the American Red Cross? Walter Mondale, Michael Dukakis, Geraldine Ferraro, Elizabeth Dole.
Final answer is D, Elizabeth Dole.
Got it for $1,000. When we come back, we'll go for $2,000 with 3 lifelines intact. Dennis Kairis, Evergreen Park, Illinois. That's near Chicago, in the hot seat right now. Big, big baseball fan. As a matter of fact, once went to a game where you guessed the attendance right to the last person.
Correct.
Over 28,000 people.
Right. July of '86, went with my friend Sandy and her parents. Around the second inning, she asked me how many people I thought were there. I asked for the scorecard. I wrote down 24, 714, and gave it back to her. I said, what? Give it back. I scratched out 24 and put 28. She says, why'd you do that? I said, there's 4,000 people above us, upper deck. And then around the 7th inning, the Comiskey Park scoreboard, you know, A, B, C, D, or E, guessed it tonight's attendance, and letter C, I believe it was, said 28, 714. Wait for half an inning, the next half inning's over, and then they start playing the Jeopardy music, and the wrong answers are disappearing, and sure enough, the final answer was 28,714, and I got up, and I was screaming, and everyone just thought I guessed C, but in actuality, I guess, you know, I had that number written down in the score.
You had the right one. Good for you. Ready to go, Dennis?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's play. Here we go. Which key on a standard 88-key piano is the highest in pitch? Far right, black key. Far left, white key. Far right, white key. Far left, black key.
Thinking B. Know nothing about music.
Just visualize the piano, Dennis.
I'll say B, far left, white key. And that's my final answer.
No, I'm sorry, it was the far right white key.
Yep. No one.
Kind of a tough question for 2000, but you go home with the $1,000. And I thank you very much for me. Good luck to you. Too bad. Well, you know, on a piano, the notes get higher the further right you play. I mean, even I know that. I just hate it when these people lose so early. All right, we still have 9 more contestants ready to go, so here's the next fastest finger question. Here we go. Put these cities on the Gulf of Mexico in geographical order, starting in the west. St. Petersburg, Galveston, Biloxi, Corpus Christi. All right, that's it. Time's up. Let's see the answer in the correct order, starting in the west, and it is Corpus Christi, then Galveston, then Biloxi, and then St. Petersburg. The right order. Let's see who did it in the fastest time. The winner is Sam Matthews. How are you? Let's go win $1 million, all right? So Sam Matthews is our first contestant from the good state of Arkansas. Nice to have you here. Where do you live in Arkansas? In the big city, Little Rock?
We live in Little Rock.
What do you do for a living?
I'm a clinical chemist and toxicologist.
Toxicologist. You look for the presence of drugs in bodies. Is that one of your tasks?
That's right. That's right.
You busy down there in Arkansas with that?
We stay very busy.
Yeah.
There aren't a lot of tox labs in Arkansas at the moment.
And as a matter of fact, you worked with your wife at one time, right?
We've worked together a couple times.
Yeah. Carol, how you doing, Carol? Nice
Hi.
to see you. Sam, you know the rules. You know about your lifelines, 50-50. Ask the audience, phone a friend. So, Sam, why don't we do it? Let's play Who Wants to Be a Millionaire with Sam Matthews. $100. According to the popular expression, you should quit while you're what? Behind? Ahead? Asleep? Still employed?
For purposes of this show, we'll say be ahead.
Yes, Sam, you're absolutely right. Quit while you're ahead. $200. In which sport might you try to putt through a windmill? Miniature golf, billiards, auto racing, water polo.
It's A, miniature golf.
A, right, the right answer, miniature golf. $300. Without eye protection, staring at which of the following can cause permanent eye damage? The rainbow, the moon, the sun, the Rolling Stones.
C, sun.
Yes, it's sun for $300. $500. Whose welfare is the primary concern of UNICEF? Elderly, prisoners, animals, children.
It's D, children.
You're right, Sam. It's children. You won $500. $4,000 now. In the lyrics of the popular folk song, Oh, Susanna, where does the singer come from? Arkansas, Alabama, Montana, Georgia. Sing it, Sam. Sing it out loud for us. Come on, Sam. You can do it.
So I come from Alabama, so B, Alabama.
Yeah, Alabama's the right choice. $1,000. All right, we got through the tricky first 5 at times, so we're going for $2,000, and here it is. What is the proper term for the center of an atom? The nucleus, electron, molecule, lepton?
That's A, nucleus.
Final answer?
Final answer.
Right answer for $2,000, the nucleus. $4,000. What newspaper uses the slogan, all the news that's fit to print? The New York Post, USA Today, the New York Times, the Washington Post.
C, the New York Times.
New York Times, final answer?
Final answer.
New York Times, the right answer for $4,000. Here we go now for $8,000. According to the popular 1960s phrase, you shouldn't trust anyone over what age? 25, 40, 50, 30.
I'm glad this isn't true. But the answer is D, 30.
Final answer?
Final answer.
Yes, 30 was the age. You won $8,000. We go for $16,000 right now. He's 7 away from $1 million. In the 1995 movie, The Usual Suspects, what is the name of the mysterious villain everyone fears? Verbal Kinst, Kaiser Soze, Tony Montana, Marcellus Wallace.
I'd like the audience to tell me what they think.
Audience, good, yeah, good choice. All right, audience, Sam needs some help here. On your keypads, using A, B, C, or D, please vote now.
Well, that looks decisive. Based on the audience assistance, and I don't know the name of it, or the pronunciation either, I'll go with B.
B, final answer?
Kaiser Soze, I guess. Yes. Final answer, B.
You just won $16,000. When we come back, Sam goes for $32,000, 6 away from $1 million. Sam Matthews from Little Rock, Arkansas, just 6 away from $1 million, going for the all-important $32,000 level. Now, Sam has had some passions in his life, and one of them is for hockey, huh?
That's right. I grew up in Minnesota, and when I was fairly young, the Minnesota North Stars hockey franchise started. My dad had season tickets, and we used to go to lots of games every year.
Yeah, sure.
As I've gotten older, I've converted other people to hockey.
Including your wife, Carol. Now, how do you like hockey, Carol?
Oh, I like it.
Yeah, see, you finally got her. But there's one more passion that Sam has, one more goal that he set for himself, and that is he wants to really be a truck driver.
That's right.
Yeah. One of those big rigs?
That's right.
Hightailing it, highballing it across the
I can
country?
hardly wait to get out of the lab and get behind the wheel.
Ah, great feeling, huh? Yeah. All right, Sam, let's get serious here. 6 away from $1 million. See, you can buy your own truck. Sam, think of it.
I've thought of it.
Down the road. Let's go for $32,000. Let's play. All right, Sam, here it is for $32,000. Which of the following cats is often bred without a tail? A Manx, Abyssinian, Sphinx, Himalayan.
One answer jumped out at me right away, but I have no idea why.
Which one?
Manx. But well, I'm gonna have to call a friend.
All right.
She's gonna hate me.
Who's that,
I'm
Sam?
gonna call Diane.
Who's that?
Carol's sister.
Why would she hate you?
This isn't on the list of approved topics.
Yeah. AT&T, get us Diane, please, on the line.
Hello.
Diane?
Yes.
Yeah, hi, Regis Philbin here from ABC's Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Hi there.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Got your sister here and your brother-in-law.
Okay.
And your brother-in-law needs some help.
Okay.
Going for $32,000 right now, and he hopes you can help him.
Well, let's try.
All right, good. He's going to read you the question, the 4 answers, one of them the right answer. So, Sam, you got 30 seconds, and they start right now.
Hi, Diane.
Hi.
Which of the following cats is often bred without a tail? A. Manx, B. Abyssinian, C. Sphinx, or D. Himalayan?
A. Manx.
Sound good?
Sounds excellent.
Excellent. You're confident.
Yep.
Is it raining in Washington?
Yes, it is, and cold. Just like New York.
Okay. Well, thanks for your
Good
help.
luck.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
What was the problem? Seemed to know it right off the bat. Well, I think she does.
She's pretty sharp.
Yeah. Well, you kind of said this too, didn't you?
Yeah, well, obviously some of the answers on here, to my knowledge, aren't even cats. But I don't know cats that well, so I was afraid there may be one that I didn't know. But I'm going to go with A, Manx.
Manx, she says. You say it to final answer?
Final answer.
She was right for $32,000. Down to 1 lifeline now, but going for $64,000, 5 away from $1 million, and here it is. In the MTV series Beavis and Butthead, Beavis wore a t-shirt that bore the name of what rock band? AC/DC, White Snake, Metallica, Judas Priest.
Well, I think I know. I watched part of the show once, and one of them had on an AC/DC t-shirt, and the other one had on a Metallica t-shirt.
What's a guy to do?
I'm going to use the 50-50 and hope it gets rid of one of them.
You really think it will? No, I don't mean to talk you out of it. I mean, what else are we going to do?
I'm just thinking, frequently the answer that remains is the one that...
Well, let's see. Maybe it'll give us a break this time. Want to go for it?
Yeah,
what else are we going to do, Sam?
Yeah.
All right, computer, take away 2 of the wrong answers, leaving 1 wrong answer and the right one, please. Yes, thank you very much. Want to flip a coin?
I'm doing that.
Want to take a blood test? What do you want, Sam? Tough.
I can think all day and it's not going to matter. I'm going to say A, AC/DC.
Want to make that your final answer?
Final answer.
No, I'm afraid it was Metallica, Sam. Metallica, but hey, you got up to $32,000 and you go home with $32,000. Sam, Beavis did us in. Yeah. Good luck to you. Yep. So how do you like that? 4 years of college, 7 years of grad school, and the guy loses on a Beavis and Butthead question. Too bad. Anyway, we still have 8 more contestants ready to go, so here's the next fastest finger question. Put these movie titles in order of the stages in a romantic relationship, starting at the beginning. Honeymoon in Vegas, Bachelor Party, The Wedding Banquet, Blind Date. All right, everybody, time's up. Let's see the answer in the correct order, starting at the beginning of that relationship, and of course it was a blind date. And then came the bachelor party. Before you know it, the wedding banquet, and finally a honeymoon in Vegas. Let's see who got it right in the fastest time. The winner, Lee Rasmussen. Hello, Lee. Welcome to the show. Congratulations. We'll be right back with Lee Rasmussen. Lee Rasmussen, an attorney from Charlottesville, Virginia, in the hot seat right now. Congratulations. Welcome. Wife Elizabeth in the background there.
Hi.
Hi. You had to ask him for the first date, right?
I sure did.
What's the matter with him?
Little slow sometimes.
Yeah,
but that's
absolutely. But then he made up for it with his proposal.
Yes.
Right on the steps
Yes.
of Cinderella's castle down
That's
there at
right.
Disney World.
That's right.
And you cried.
I did, in fact, cry.
Beast making her cry like that. All right, Lisa, you all set to go here? You know the rules, you know about the lifelines, 50-50, ask the audience, phone a friend, it's all here. If you're ready, let's play Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Here we go. $100. What number is anonymous with the character James Bond? Is it 001, 007, R2-D2, 7-Eleven?
B, 007.
You got it for $100. $200. Which of the following degrees qualifies someone to work as a veterinarian? CPA, DVM, LLM, DOG.
The answer is B, DVM.
Got that right too for $200. For $300, the protective metal suit a knight wears into battle is called what? Armor, uniform, Oshkosh Bigosh, Armani.
A, armor.
Had to think about that for a minute, huh? Yes, you got it right for $300. $500, here it is. For almost 30 years, who was the announcer and sidekick on The Tonight Show starring Johnny Carson? Andy Richter, Paul Schaefer, Tommy Newsom, Ed McMahon.
Ed McMahon.
Yes, it was Ed McMahon for $500. 30 years from 1962 right to the end, May 22nd, 1992. Here it is now for $1,000. In the 1939 film Gone with the Wind, which character said, "Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn"? Scarlett O'Hara, Ashley Wilkes, Rhett Butler, Melanie Wilkes.
The answer is C, Rhett Butler.
Yes, Rhett Butler said it and was happy he said it. You won $1,000. Okay, Lee, 10 away from $1 million. All your lifelines are with you for $2,000. Take a look. What state is nicknamed the Hoosier State? Illinois, Indiana, Kansas, Iowa.
Indiana is the Hoosier State.
Final answer?
Final answer.
Indiana's the Hoosier State. You're right, $2,000. $4,000, Lee. According to the lyrics of the song "I Shot the Sheriff," the singer claims he didn't shoot whom? Judge, president, deputy, minister.
Deputy. C.
Final answer?
Final answer.
Deputy, the right answer for $4,000. We're 8 away from $1 million right now. Here it is for $8,000. What British-born explorer greeted a missing missionary by saying, "Dr. Livingston, I presume"? Henry M. Stanley, Robert E. Perry, Richard E. Byrd, Edmund P. Hillary.
I believe the answer is A, Stanley.
Final answer?
Final answer.
Stanley and Livingston, you're right for $8,000. $16,000. During a famous outburst in 1960, what did Soviet leader Nikita Khrushchev bang on a table at the UN? His shoe, his hat, his cane, his briefcase.
The answer is A, his shoe.
Final answer.
Final answer.
Yes, Khrushchev banged his shoe for $16,000. He's got all of his lifelines. When we come back, he'll be going for $32,000. All right, Lee Rasmussen in the hot seat right now, doing very, very well. Boy, you're 6 questions away from winning $1 million. You've got 3 lifelines all ready for you. We're going for $32,000 here. Looks like you could wind up with some big money.
Hope so.
And Elizabeth, how do you feel about it so far?
I'm pretty much nervous.
You teach school, right?
I do. I teach 5th grade.
Good for you. All right, here we go now, Lee, for $32,000. Let's play. Here it is. The battle known as Hamburger Hill took place during what war? Korean War, Vietnam War, World War I, World War II.
Seen the movie, just trying to remember. I'd like to use a 50-50.
50-50. Sure. Computer, take away 2 of the wrong answers, please, leaving Lee 1 wrong answer and the right one. Korea, Vietnam.
Those are the 2 I was down to. I'd like to use a phone a friend.
What do you want to call?
My brother Reed.
Reed? What does he do?
He's in the Air Force.
Good. All right, Reed. We'll get Reed in the Air Force. AT&T, please get him for us on the line.
Lieutenant Rasmussen.
Reed?
Yeah.
Yeah, hi. Regis Philbin here. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I've got your brother Lee here in the hot seat.
Yeah.
Going for $32,000 right now, 6 away from $1 million and needs your help.
All right.
So he's going to read you the question, the 4 answers. One of them is the right answer. 2 answers we're down to, as a matter of fact.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah.
Good luck, and it's all yours, Lee. 30 seconds starting now.
The battle known as Hamburger Hill took place during what war? Is it the Korean War or the Vietnam War?
I think it is the Korean War. I don't think it was Hamburger Hill. I think it was the Marines were trying to take a hill in Korea, and I'm about 70% sure of that, but
okay,
maybe a little less.
Okay.
Okay?
Thanks.
Good luck.
Thanks.
Bye.
I think you said Vietnam, Korean War.
Yeah, that was my first instinct as well.
Want to make it your final answer?
I think so. Final answer.
Ah, boy, I'm surprised it's the Vietnam War. One surprise after another on today's show, but it was the Vietnam War, so you leave here with $1,000, Lee. Oh, I could have sworn it was Korea, too. Good luck, Lee.
Thank you.
Yes, the battle for Hamburger Hill lasted 10 days in 1969. But we still have to get going because we still have, believe it or not, 7 more contestants to go. Here's the next fastest finger question. Put these U.S. presidents in geographical order by their birthplace, starting in the East. Jimmy Carter, John F. Kennedy, Richard Nixon, Ronald Reagan. All right, let's see that answer in the correct order, starting in the East. John F. Kennedy, Jimmy Carter, Ronald Reagan, and Richard Nixon. That's the right order. Let's see who got it right. And in the fastest time, Bruce Rogers. Hello, Bruce. We got to go right now. Come on. Let's go. Sorry about that, Reed. Bruce Rogers from Warminster, Pennsylvania. Nice to have you here. You know, this is the time where we race the clock, Bruce. You just made it. So congratulations. Shall we get started?
I sure will. All
right, here we go. Let's go. $100. You know about the rules. You know about the lifelines. Let's play Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. $100. According to the title of a Shakespeare play, all's well that ends how? Here, now, well, with dessert.
My final answer is C, well.
You got it for $100. $200. According to superstition, what kind of cat is often associated with bad luck? Tortoiseshell cat, black cat, hep cat, cat scam.
My final answer is B, black cat.
Making it easy on me, Bruce. $200. Just made it, didn't we? That sound means we're out of time for tonight, but Bruce will be back here Tuesday night. And joining him will be 10 new contestants who have flown in from all over the country. And they are Mary Devon, Justin Chardon, David Frazee, Tom Killen, Jim Foss, Gerard McDonough, Erica Winkler, Paul Hoagland, Alex Lipsey, Tom Jamaica. We'll see you back here Tuesday night at what time?
8 o'clock, 7 Central.
A brand new episode of The Practice coming up next here on ABC. So stay right where you are. From New York, everybody, good night.